Hey guys, welcome to the week 5 in review. Feeling a little under the weather, so we're going to give you a quick rundown just so we can get something up there on the page, and we'll keep it moving. So, game of the week was Cats with Guns versus Loose Cannons, tied at 107, I believe, going into Monday night. George got just 2 points from Shanko. That would have been enough, but his kicker poured it on. Falk had 19 points on 5 field goals and 2 extra points. One of those field goals are 53-yarders for some bonus action. The Cannons ended up at the 109. That Packer offense and defense getting decimated, so Loose Cannon might need to take a new approach with his Packer-centric lineups. The Pilot Lights continue to roll. They steamrolled over 3-1 Pitons, who had been blowing everybody out. Pilot Lights win 127-83. They're led by Malcolm Floyd, who had 33 points, 213 yards receiving, and receiving touchdown of 41 yards. Kyle Orton had 26, and the Lions defense had 27. I picked the wrong defense in that game. Pitons did have 4 in double digits. They were led by Drew Brees with 17, 279 and 2 passing touchdowns. Sounds like a pretty good game, but when it's Drew Brees, really not that hot. He also had 3 interceptions to go along with that. Antonio Gates, double-digit week after double-digit week after double-digit week, 15 on only 92 yards and 1 touchdown. We had one other team in triple digits. That was T-Dub. T-Dub beat Mayambunga Knights 101-78. Phillip Rivers, 431 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. So he did have 2 fumbles, but he still scored 32 points in the win for T-Dub. 27 from Chris Johnson on that, 131 with 2 one-yard rushing scores. LT continues to roll. He had 10 on 94, almost 100 yards rushing in that sloppy, wet game on Monday night. 2 in double digits for Mambunga. Hakeem Nicks with 27 led the way, 130 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Hakeem Nicks, remember that conversation we had at the beginning of the year? I guess he is the man. Continues to shine. What is the world coming to? The Chimps win again, 99-75 over Sheboygan Headbangers. Chimps put 5 in the double digits, led by 21 from Percy Harvin. 2 late touchdowns on that from Brett Favre with 97 total yards in that one. I got 15 from Flacco, 14 from Witten. Peterson only had 10 in that one. On 88 yards rushing and 20 yards receiving. No touchdowns for Peterson. Looks like maybe Moss showing up might be hurting Peterson. We all thought that that would make some more space for him. Certainly not on Monday night, so we'll see how that develops. 4 in double digits for the Headbangers. They were led by Roddy White with 101 yards receiving, including a 45-yard touchdown grab. Let's see what we got here. Master Killers 110. Oh, I'm sorry, I did say 1. Master Killer 110 over the Rockers, scored 83. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double digits this week. That's respectable considering most of the NFL games were fairly low scoring. Only 3 in double digits for Master Killer, but he got 61 points from 2 guys. 36 from Forte, who had over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in the first half of the first quarter. You know I was going to get stomped. He ends up with 166 and the 2 rushing scores, 1 of 68 yards, plus another 22 yards receiving on top of that. Nice. Eli, 297, just 3 yards short of that bonus. Of course, he didn't need it. 3 scoring touchdowns, 2 to Knicks, like we just mentioned. He did have the 2 INTs. And Vernon Davis comes up big for San Francisco, that crappy team, with 104, including a receiving touchdown. 2 in double digits for the Rockers, 34 points from Romo, who had 406 yards and 3 passing touchdowns to go along with his 3 INTs. By the way, I'm thinking about changing my team name from Clash City Rockers to the Clash City -2s. I had 3 interceptions from Romo, 2 fumbles from Gore, another fumble from Mike Williams, another fumble from Jamal Charles. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turnovers, and a whole 5 touchdowns. 3 of them had to come from Romo. Pretty crappy. So we got the 34 from Romo. We got 13 from Mike Williams, Tampa Bay Mike Williams. He's finally getting some starts. He came off that bye. I was afraid to start him early on. Whatever. I know you guys hate hearing my stories. We left Lewis Murphy in there for one more game. That guy's hitting the pines. He had 61 yards at least this week, and that was it. So he had a couple of huge games. Nothing last week, nothing this week. The receiving core continues to struggle. I did have a nice pickup on my Miyoki tight end. I dumped Olsen, and then the Todd Collins throws for 34 whole yards the entire game. So I know that I must have outscored him. But you know what? I still lost. Dog of the week. It is the Dogs, but they won. They won this time, 62-39 over Super Simon. Simon, man, what happened? The Dogs put 3 into double digits, led by the Giants defense. All right. Steve Smith of New York gets 89 receiving yards and that other receiving touchdown from Eli. And Steven Jackson sighting 114 yards, and he gets 14 points out of that guy. Simon doesn't even show up. Peyton Manning, 244 yards passing and an INT. Man, he's falling apart. He has 1 INT last week. This week he can't do nothing. Ryan Matthews, 5. Bolden, 0. Collie, 4. Tolbert, 7. Clark, 2. Nugent, 7. That's right. His kicker's tied for the high score on the team at 7. And his Ravens defense, 7. Sorry showing by Super Simon. That's a wrap-up of the week. Let's take a quick look at our Pick'em Pool. Pick'em Pool story of the week. I did this last week, all right? You guys know I love to toot my own horn as far as the Quagmire division is concerned. Last week, first week of our interdivision games, I picked every single one of the Quagmire teams. They all won except for one, my team. All right? That's not too bad. 3 out of 4. This week, I picked them all again. Guess what? Every single one of us lost. Not only that, every single game I picked was a loser. I got 0 points. I actually picked games I got 0 points. So what does that mean with the standings? Mambunga Knights holds on to a 1-point lead. He's in first place with 19 points. He only had 2 right picks this week. Pilot Lights are in second with 18. 3 right picks. Cats with Guns get 1 right, and they remain tied for third with the Clash City Rockers, who had 0. And Monkeys get high score of the week in the Pick'em. They got 5 right this week to move into that tie for third place. They also have 14 points. Sheboygan Headbangers have 14. So it's a little tight right there at the third place, and everybody's still in that. All right, how about our Survivor Pool? We only have 2 teams left. You guys jumped on them bungles, and they bungled it for you. We lost 2 people this week on that Cincinnati pick. Let's look up our pool statistics here. So Mike and myself are the only ones left. We were on the Indianapolis Colts game last week. That was a nice one. So we'll take that win and move on. And James Lee and Steve had the bungles, and they bungled that one. So just 2 of us left. Remember, and this week it comes into play, it looks like we both picked the Pittsburgh game. If Pittsburgh were to lose, those 2 teams, they continue on until there's only 1 winner. So, we both lose, we continue on, we both win, we continue on until we pick some split game. But definitely that Pittsburgh-Cleveland game was looking good. I think we'll hopefully live to see another day and move on there. So, how about some big games coming up this week? Let's take a look at our schedule. I don't really see a big game on this schedule. The parity in our league is unbelievable. Pitons at T-Dub and the X-Rays. That's a good one. Super Simon at Pilot Light. Super Simon trying to bounce back after that week. And Pilot Light's still looking pretty strong. So those look like a couple of the big games. Monkey's going to try to continue their win streak against Master Killer. Clash City Rockers trying to get off of their 3-game losing streak against Cats with Guns. And what else we got? Man Bugger Knights and Chili Dogs. Chili Dogs trying to capitalize on that big win. Take down Man Bugger Knights. Let's see how that week goes. Alright guys, so like I said, feeling a little under the weather. We'll catch up with you over the weekend. Talk to you later.